The desire for you to be a good partner is going to have you doing these 6 things. Number 1, you're going to question every single emotional experience that you're having. Yes, that means you're going to slow down long enough to understand if this emotion is actually from this dynamic you're in or if it's from something that's been carried from before. Number 2, you're going to question your interpretation of what is happening in the dynamic. Yes, you're going to slow down long enough to try to understand if you are projecting something on this person or if they're projecting onto you. And you're going to just slow down and communicate long enough to understand if this interpretation is something that's from a previous experience. I've seen this happen in my partnership over and over again. He and I both have been able to slow down and discuss what we were interpreting and then clarify what was actually going on internally between the both of us. Number 3, you're going to really pay attention to this person. You're going to have the desire to really pay attention to them, to understand them so that you can love them appropriately. You pick up on every little thing that they love, every little thing that you like nuance and just little intricacies about who they are as a person, and then you play with that. Number 4, you're going to ask really good questions. And I'm talking about really good questions, especially if they're communicating something that's important to them. You're going to ask more questions about why, and you want to know depthful, like you want to really understand them to the depths of their being. Like, what is this? And let me hear you, and you're going to want to be present as you ask those questions. 5, create boundaries. Being a good partner doesn't mean that you have enmeshment issues or emotional fusion. No, it's quite the opposite of that. You know how to instill boundaries for the sake of both of your autonomy and for the sake of both of your happiness and clarity. Because without those boundaries, things will start to bleed into this like very codependent nature. And if you really want to have a healthy partnership, boundaries are vital. Number 6, learn nonviolent communication. I don't think people understand how important nonviolent communication is. It will genuinely change your entire relational field because this is where both of you start taking accountability for your inner worlds and you discuss what you're feeling without blame. So I feel, I notice, I believe these things on both ends, and then you can come together and discuss that without pressuring the other individual to take on your interpretation or your feelings. Nonviolent communication will actually really help you remove projection. By the way, there's great books on nonviolent communication, so you should check them out. Oh, and just to throw this other one in, this is number 7. You have to be able to play with your partner. You have to be able to razz them, to give them shit, to a little bit of sarcasm. I think it's important to joke around with your partner. In fact, I've seen it deepen my intimacy. Of course, it's all about place and time for that, because if you're in a deep state of needing to heal together and bring in intimacy with communication about feelings, that's not the place and time. But there's definitely a place and time for roasting your partner. Do it. It's play.